How much of your day, as a woman, do you typically dedicate to considering what men truly desire from the women they date? If you're anything like the majority of women on the planet, you most likely do this for a living. You may be spending a lot of time and energy trying to make yourself appear attractive because that's what the media and society are telling you. You make an effort to project the impression of someone who is consistently engaging, profound, funny, bright, and cultured. You work very hard at changing who you are in order to conform to certain idealized images of women. The objective of all of this is to convince him that you would be a fantastic mate. However, regardless of how hard you try, you are unable to win his heart. You've invested a lot of time in attempting to win him over, but it never seems to turn out. Even though you've worked so hard on it, he doesn't seem to be interested. Why is it the case? You are frantic to find the solution, but you are at a loss for ideas. It's fortunate that you're reading this post, since it will eventually provide you with the solution. He is not to blame. It's not even somewhat related to him. It's not as though he is unaware of a nice item when it is directly in front of him. It's not as if he lacks maturity or anything. Simply put, you're taking on too much of his workload and offering him next to nothing in the process. A man should always have something to strive for. Simply put, a man won't value something for which he doesn't work hard. Consider the most significant aspects of a man's life. Perhaps he cherishes his college degree because it took him several years to obtain it via hard work and study. Perhaps his appreciation for his Rolex watch stems from the sacrifices he made in his career to make the purchase possible. Perhaps his appreciation for his body stems from the many hours he spent honing his figure at the gym.
The same holds true for interpersonal connections. If you really want him to realize how valuable you are, you must be willing to make him spend time with you. You must demonstrate to him the fact that he is not deserving of your affection. You have to let him know that in order to truly earn your attention and affection, he will need to work hard. If you lavish him with your love without making him earn it, he will simply grow accustomed to receiving it. It's important to keep in mind that the greatest things in life are never simple. Furthermore, you cannot afford to be making excuses for him if you want your love for him to be recognized and acknowledged. Avoid making the same error that most women do. You will want to show the man you love that you care and are concerned for him when you are filled with such a great deal of love. And that's quite typical. Don't, however, make the error of going overboard. Keep in mind that a man will always seek for opportunities to demonstrate his power over life, and he won't be all that happy if you take that away from him. Indeed, you ought to be taking care of him in every way possible. However, you also shouldn't be coddling him. You have to give him the chance to live up to his dreams of becoming the guy he always intended to be. Additionally, you must also give him permission to look after you. Allow him to take on the responsibilities appropriate for a guy in a relationship. 3 ways to be the ideal girl for him. 1. Do go ahead, and on occasion ask him for assistance. A guy's constant urge to feel important is inevitable. He will always want to feel like he has a purpose in both your life and his own. You are telling him that you depend on him, and that you have faith in him to meet your needs if you ask him for assistance. 2. Attempt to acknowledge his manly qualities. Accept the fact he enjoys sports. Attempt to fall in love with the ways in which he chooses to express his masculine demeanor in daily life. Make an effort to establish as many connections with him as you can. Lastly, make sure you give him the respect he deserves. Do not simply hand it to him. Tell him that you're not a simple girl. Make sure he knows that he has to work for you if he truly wants to be with you.
Thanks for watching.